Welcome everyone to our Down to Finance podcast. Today I am joined with Sarah, one of our senior mortgage brokers, and we are very privileged to introduce a client of mine who's been a long-term client of almost 15 years, Kristy. Welcome today.
Thank you.
Welcome. Today we are going to talk about her journey with us and Future Finance Group over the last sort of 15 years. We think it's really valuable and important information for everybody out there listening. So today we're going to hit off by saying that throughout her journey, she's been able to purchase her first home. She's been able to invest in property, and more recently, she now runs a very successful business, Air Locker Training in Cranbourne. So congratulations.
Thank you.
We're going to start off and just tell us a little bit about yourself and just 15 years ago where your journey started.
Yeah, sure. So I've got 2 kids, 2 businesses, very busy life, and
a multitask genius.
I wouldn't really say that, but yeah, life's busy and just grinding, getting things done.
Yeah, amazing. And 15 years ago, what did your life look like then?
I was young.
How young do you think we were?
I was when I bought my first property, I was 25 years old.
Wow,
so hopefully people don't calculate my age now.
No, don't we leave that part out? So back to, your 25-year-old self, what was going through your head when we first were connected, I guess?
Yeah, so I bought my first home, and I guess I just wanted someone that I could trust, which, Amy, I've obviously been with you a long time, so I obviously trust you a lot. You've been on the journey in the good, bad times, so you've been through it all with me.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing. And I think it's really important that we were able to do business face to face back then.
Yep.
It was
it would have been so different.
Yeah, it was a very different our industry looked so different. So we sort of got to sit down probably in your lounge room with me calculator, my old school calculator. There's systems for everything now. What do you remember about buying your first property?
I feel like I remember everything. I remember being on Google, doing the whole searching for your homes, wondering, I'm never going to be able to get anything in this budget. How am I ever going to buy my first home? But then just when the opportunity come up, I just knew that home was perfect. So then I just went for it. Yep.
You went to the open home. Did you buy in Langwarrin or?
Yeah, I brought in Langwarrin.
Yep.
So
local area.
Yeah, I ended up actually going through a private sale.
Oh,
so I found out that one of my friends of friends was selling a house. So I had an off-market opportunity. So saved a little bit of money there doing that as well. So, yeah.
Amazing. And what were your, I guess, biggest fears about buying your first home? Was there anything that was ringing in your head when you went to bed at night going, oh, my gosh?
Yeah, I feel like it's probably similar for everyone. Oh my God, how am I going to afford this? What if I get the bills and I can't pay them? What if I can't pay my rent? And just always running those fear through your mind. That probably comes
pretty
quite
daunting,
normal, especially for that first home buyer. There's a lot of the unknowns.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was probably more just worried that I wasn't going to be able to afford it, et cetera, et cetera.
And was there ever, I guess, a point in your home buying journey where you thought, oh God, property ownership, it's just not going to happen for me?
Yeah, I think because back then when I was a first home buyer, you've only got your certain amount of budget.
Yeah.
So you're looking at all the houses that you're oh, I would love to live there, and they're just $1 million. And when you're a first home buyer, you don't really have that sort of fun. So you just sort of get a bit down being like, oh, nothing's ever going to like pop up in my budget. How am I ever going to afford this?
Yep.
And that's how I felt.
Yep. And to the first home buyers out there now, what would be the most important piece of advice that you would sort of say to them? Because the market has significantly changed in the last 15 years. I think a lot of the things that you're saying are very valid. What would be a piece of advice for a 25-year-old right now looking on Google, looking on realestate.com?
Just get in the market. Yep. Once you're in the market, then if you ever buy your second or your third property, it becomes easier. But just taking that step to be in the market, you don't have to buy the most perfect house for your first house. You've always got the opportunity to save a little bit more money, do some renos, et cetera, et cetera. But as long as you take that first step in the market, I feel like our market's pretty good with the growth. So you always get – I found my second house was a lot easier to buy than my first house. So it's just – for me, it was just getting that step through the door.
Yeah, that's really good advice. Well, we're going to pass it on to Sarah now.
Yes. So I think this part will probably resonate more so for any women out there, I guess, when life doesn't necessarily go to plan. So I guess I'll hand to you to explain how your life events sort of changed and how you navigated that.
Yeah, sure. So don't know how much I should share, but you can cut it. So my first house was sort of it was always my house. It's always been in my name, et cetera, but I did have an ex-boyfriend. So I felt like we're always looking for that, when we get a house, when we move in together, things are going to get better, et cetera, et cetera. So, lost my speech.
No, you're fine.
Something that puts your life in a different direction can make you speechless, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
All of us around the table have had that moment in life where it's taken a different direction. And I think going back to that important thing is that when you are a first home buyer and you do purchase that first house in your name with your savings, and then you have the boyfriend and, things obviously go in different directions. It can sometimes be complicated as to how does that look like for future. So let's fast forward to the fact that you're back to being a single woman again, back to one income, back to your house in your name. What did that look like for you?
So I bought my second house before that sort of happened. So I bought my first house as the first home buyer with my partner at the time. But I guess I sort of always subconsciously knew it wasn't going to work out. So it was all in my name. It was always this is going to happen. We're going to move in and live happily ever after. Even though he hasn't paid a cent, it's still going to get better. Therefore, we moved on with that house. Then I purchased my second property, but that was a home build. So this was the second house that was when we get this block of land, maybe this is what we need to make
bring
our relationship better. This is the problem. It's not everything else that's going on.
Where you get to design the bedroom your own and the colours and the facade that is an encouraging thing.
So that house was our home and land one was going to be the partnership. So even though he didn't pay a single cent, his name was on the block of land. It was just a block of land back then. So I have my first property that was in my name and then the block of land that was in the double
joint
names.
So you've had the relationship breakdown. I guess what did you learn about I guess money and finances and things like that once you were sort of navigating it on your own?
So my situation is probably a little bit different because I've always, been a leader. So I've always been the one that wants big goals, wants big dreams, want to chase things that are just most people are probably a little bit too scared to. I'll be like, yep, no, let's do that. So I feel like I was pretty career driven as well. So I was the one that was sort of like the breadwinner.
Sure.
So
higher
I was
income earner.
Yeah, high income earner, which was a problem for him. But so I was the one like saving all the money, like trying to inspire him
Get
to
you
be
guys
better.
ahead.
Yeah, just save this amount. Like I've worked out all your budgeting. Like you can do this. Why can't you do it? So, long story short, he was when I was transferring all my money into the account, he was going to the bank and withdrawing the amount and actually stealing money from me. So
I think I actually remember that day like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
It was like a Westpac offset account.
Yeah.
And I think you called me and you were like, the money's gone. And I was like in shock as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this was an account in both names and, you know, you were left with nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So your savings is gone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, wow, okay.
I know, like, people are like, how didn't you notice? But, like, I wasn't, like, sitting in my bank account looking.
Yeah.
So with my...
And this is what, like 10, 15 years ago?
now.
So, like maybe even longer than 15,
I guess
just on...
You probably don't have your banking, like, in... Like, did we have it on our phones back then? I can't
probably
remember.
Not, like,
or
way,
not as handy.
We would look at our bank accounts every day now because the
it's
software
right there.
is... You know, like Osco didn't even exist back 15 years ago. Do you know what I mean?
Back then we're probably logging in on our computers rather than...
Yeah, it was on the
in your
computer because I remember being like, oh, what's that transaction? So what he was doing was, so we had our joint bank accounts together.
Yeah.
Whereas we couldn't transfer from the accounts, but he had found a loophole.
Yeah.
Where he would walk into the bank
branch
and withdraw the money.
Right.
So like there was a lot of shock there at the start because I'm like, how the hell has he like done this?
Yeah.
So, biggest life lesson learnt there.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And trusting the person that obviously...
Well, there'd be a lot of hurt there.
Relationship
like
with.
being deceived like that. But then also probably shocked that how he could actually pull it off as well.
Because I lost a lot of money, unfortunately, in that biggest trauma of my life.
Yeah.
There was one time where I refinanced and I took on all his debt as well.
Paid it out.
Paid it out. So I'm probably still paying that now.
To try and help his budget at the end of the day so that he could save.
Try and inspire him to be a better person. And that's probably the biggest lesson of life I've learned.
And what advice would you give to someone like right now going through a separation, like from that, you know, it is a life trauma. And it is a moment where you go from being like able to trust people to then not trusting anyone, like, you know, and being left with like nothing, like having all of your hard work, like being so career driven, being the one that is the one saving and then having all of that taken away from you. Like it almost feels like you're going back right down to the bottom. Like how do you recover from something like that?
You can do hard things and in one chapter create space for a version of yourself that couldn't exist before. So I'm a completely different person now to what I was back then.
Yeah, absolutely. So you've grown from that.
Yeah, every hard time you go through just builds more resilience, more strength.
Totally agree. Yeah, absolutely.
And I think like the most important thing as well is that like you were able to like pick up the phone and straight away share instantaneous what had happened.
Thank you to Amy.
We were able to be like, all right, this is what we have to do. Like, do you know what I mean? There was no like sugarcoating anything. It was just basically like, in order for you to be able to go from here to here, these are the things we have to do. These are the experts we have to involve. And this is how you're going to get back what you've lost. And I think like today we like look at you and you look bloody beautiful and you're doing so well and I'm so proud of you. And part of the reason why we wanted you on this podcast was for other people out there that are going through, difficult times.
Hardship,
one thing, I don't mean to throw you in the spotlight, but prior to this podcast recording, Kristy said to me, "Oh, you know that everyone thinks I'm really confident and I'm like quite nervous at doing this." And I was like, "Oh my God, everyone is, and you're going to do so well." So I think most importantly, like anyone going through a separation right now, it doesn't mean that your wealth creation has to stop.
Yeah.
Like it's important that, as you said, like the hard times don't last. And, you sort of, what did you say at the start? You said like, just take that next step. Like,
yeah. So every hard time is going to bring you stronger. So I'm a big believer in mindset as well. So as long as you've got a strong mind, you can basically achieve anything that you want.
Yeah. And in all that negative, I mean, and I'm probably speaking for you, but I'm probably speaking from like, traumas that have happened to me as well. I think it's about, like you said, having a positive, like finding a positive in that terrible situation. Like at least it maybe opened your eyes and got rid of that person out of your life, which has then, I guess, opened a whole new chapter
100%.
to where you are now.
100%.
Yeah.
So I feel like I wanted it more.
Yeah, just like driving more.
Because it was me that always wanted it. I just tried to
He was holding you back.
make him want it.
Yeah.
Whereas it was always me. It always has been, always will be. It was always me that wanted the houses, wanted the portfolio, wanted all of that. I just tried to save someone and change someone along the way.
He was dragging. He was slowing you down a little.
He was stealing all my money.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Gosh. Okay, well, we might fast forward to now and like business ownership. Like, hats off to you. It's like an incredible achievement in a saturated industry. Like, I mean, there's so many gyms around. The competition is obviously really high.
Yep.
I guess this is for our self-employed audience out there.
Yep.
Tell us more about Air Locker Training Cranbourne. I guess also what inspired you to start the business in a saturated industry. Like, I think that sometimes makes it even more scary or more reluctant to sort of take that big leap and say, we're going to do this. Like, let's go.
Air Locker Training Cranbourne, so it's an altitude training gym. So we are so big on community. Our community is about just having each other's back. I think it come from a place from COVID lockdown where like I basically hit rock bottom, went through your mental health, lost twin babies along the way.
Oh, gosh.
So, and then I just didn't want anyone to feel that way, feel as bad as I felt at the time. So then I ended up having my child now, Cove, who's 4, and he was 3 months at the time, where I just had this inspiration where I need to help everybody. Probably comes down to that me needing to save people, me needing to like look after people. It just seems to be in my nature.
Which is a beautiful like attribute to have for sure.
Yeah. So I just love seeing other people succeed, be really happy, be their best self. So I feel like, I don't know, just that's who I am. That's what I strive for. So and then the gym just fell in my hands.
And what I guess are the biggest challenges? Like, how long have you been running for now?
Only 2.5 years. So still quite new.
Yeah. So in the first year, I guess, what was the biggest challenge?
So it's not like running the gym itself. It's more learning everything and more your GST and all the boring business stuff that comes with owning a business. Owning a gym's cool. Doing the business side of it is not.
The day-to-day, I guess,
the behind the scenes.
It's all the other stuff that comes along, like tax and super and employees and HR and everything else that goes into the behind the scenes sort of stuff.
Yeah, and a lot of the stuff that people have no idea about as well. So they're just like, oh, she owns a gym, she's fine. It's like, I'm rocking in my corner, just a little bit like stressed at the moment, but I'm all good, guys.
Yeah.
And in times of when you're rocking in the corner, who are the people that like you lean on the most? Is it like your partner? Is it your like gym trainers? Like, is it friends? Like,
it's definitely my partner and my brother and sister. So my brother and sister are part of Air Locker as well. So very supportive family, including my husband, Brad, very supportive. So they're probably my go-to people.
Yeah. And at the start, obviously she did mention that they've got 2 businesses.
Oh, yeah.
So Brad, he has an amazing business as well. So obviously like you take on that too. And it's a landscaping business.
Yeah, Impact Landscape Constructions. So I feel like I've always been in sales. So it's more just like, like the sales and push it, like, I guess, teaching Brad how to be sales. Because when you own a business, you also have to know how to sell your service.
Yeah.
So I was mainly just like doing all these books, doing all the book stuff, the stuff that everybody doesn't like doing. That's what I was doing.
Yeah. The invoicing and everything like that.
Yeah.
And now his business has transformed over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the backyards that he transforms are unbelievable.
Yeah, he is incredible. Like, he's not like your normal tradie. He's a very neat tradie. So he comes from a massive commercial background, a lot of project management. So he's just amazing at what he does.
Yeah. And I think like when you're like running 2 completely different businesses, like you've got a tradie style business and then you've got a gym where your focus is like health and well-being and mindset and everything like that. Like 2 completely
now
different
you're saying all this,
skills.
I'm like, God, I do a lot, don't I?
Yeah, hats off to
That's why you're so inspiring. We're so excited. But I guess like what would you say like to our clients out there that are self-employed? Like, what's one thing that people don't really realize about running a business? Like, I mean, I know you've mentioned the behind the scenes sort of stuff, but like what would be some things that people just are completely like, is it like the conversations that, you are rocking in the corner when you're stressed about whatever, like they don't see that part, or what would you say is
like I feel like business is very up and down. Like petrol prices go up, everyone's like really scared. So it's the small businesses that get impacted.
Yeah.
So it's always going to be up, always going to be down. As long as you know your numbers, and I guess as long as you believe that everything's going to be okay, it's generally always okay if you keep on striving towards that.
And for you guys, what's been the most rewarding part of business?
I don't know. Hang on, let me just have a think.
Like, is it seeing like
your clients achieve things, or
yeah? So I guess it's the transformation. So with the Impact Landscape, you got your transformation of your backyards. You got the gym. You got the body transformations, the mindset transformation. People transforming their lives. So they both are sort of like a transformation. Business, I guess.
Yeah, they are actually.
Whether it, I guess physically for both sides, but then even, I would say like mentally, or, people's happiness or,
making people happy.
Yeah,
so
mindsets changing in the gym. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think there's definitely comparables with both of those.
Yeah.
I mean, you're sort of like going out to your backyard and you're sitting there having your coffee or your champagne. Amie Tennant.
I was gonna say.
And you're like, wow, I can enjoy this area. Or you're walking out with, a healthier way of life, really.
Yeah.
Which
Imagine
is
if they did both. Imagine if they got their landscape done and then come to the gym. They'll just be blown away.
Anyone in their backyard or body transformation? They are the
sitting here going,
husband and wife. We might move on to obviously mum life and the balance.
Well, you mentioned
that.
it just before, like, oh my God, how much do I actually do? So, how do you do the mum and work-life balance?
I guess with the support around me, my mum is amazing. Like sometimes I'll be
mums are good.
Yeah, sometimes I'll be at the gym. It'll be like 6 a.m. I'll be like, Brad's going to work at 6:30 and I'm stuck because it's so busy here. But I'll message my mum being like, I'm probably probably going to wake her up now, but I'll do it anyway.
Mum,
can you please go to my house so you can let Brad go to work? And she'll always be like, yep. And then like school pickup if I'm stuck at the gym.
So she keeps her phone on loud all the time.
Yeah, she loves it. You keep them young, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think like, a lot of people looking at you would be like, oh my God, running a business, well, 2 businesses, raising 2 children, like it's a lot. Plus having an investment portfolio, keeping your finger on the pulse when it comes to finances and everything else behind the scenes. Like how do you believe in like, I guess, work-life balance? Like, do you take a day out for yourself or tell the truth? Come on.
I'm getting better.
Okay. Can we talk about the time what time do you start your day?
So if I'm coaching, I'll be up at 3 a.m.
Wow.
I only coach maybe once, twice a week. But if every other day, I'm up at 4 a.m. to do my 4:45 session. Yeah.
And 4:45 is where you actually work out yourself for yourself?
Yeah, 100%. I need me time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's your me time.
Unfortunately, it's so early in the morning, but that's my me time.
If you miss a day, how do you feel?
Sluggish, like crap. Yep. So I try and give myself a rest day, and it always is like I'm just sluggish, tired, flat, moody. I'm like, I should have just gotten up at 4 a.m. and gone to the gym because I know how I feel after it.
Yeah, wow. Right. And what sacrifices have you made to get where you are today?
A lot.
Too many to list.
I feel like when you open a business, you also really change as a person. So a lot of those sacrifices are like your friendships.
Yeah, like personally.
Like a lot of my friendship groups have just like completely changed, probably because I've changed. My time's changed. Like how much time I give to people has changed. My kids get sacrificed with the time that they spend with their mum. I started opening up air locker training when my son was only 3 months old. So I sacrificed my postpartum period. So there's a lot of sacrifices. Everyone's like, oh, you own businesses. That's awesome. Take time off. It's like my time off is still like replying to emails. Like I'm up at 4 a.m. every day for this business.
It's certainly not a 9 till 5 job, and it's certainly not like you get to, when you go on holidays, you get to just tap out and have completely undivided attention with your family. Like you're still on, correct? Like
I'm on a lot, Yeah. I'm getting better though. Yeah. But it's taken a while. Yeah. It's taken some discipline.
Yeah. Well, 2.5 years, you're going strong.
I was going to say, you probably,
like, I could see the look here. Yeah. Oh, she's giving you the eye.
Sounding so familiar.
I've gotten so much better.
You have.
Even Sarah has gotten so much better. Like I remember her first 5 years in her career, she didn't have 2 phones or 2 phone numbers. She was just on her work mobile all the time.
Yeah.
And when you've got a young family, I think that's the hardest thing is that, you can be sitting there enjoying the cuddles and the giggles or out for dinner with family that, you haven't seen for a fortnight because our days, feel like do you know what I mean? Like the time comes around so quickly and, that message pops up on the phone like something's gone wrong at work and your whole mindset completely shifts.
Just like the whole day, you just ruined your whole day because of that thing that you can't control.
So one thing, for me, I got the second phone so that, at night I'll, log off at 7 or whatever or, get the kids sorted and whatnot and have my phone in the office, my work phone in the office at home, like pretty much locked away and then I won't look at it again until maybe like 8 p.m. once the kids are sorted. Yeah. Just more for my peace of mind so I can go to bed.
You get that bad email either first thing in the morning, last thing at night. It can ruin your day.
Absolutely.
Ruin your sleep.
Yeah. So which then is a domino effect on everyone and everything else.
That's one of the boundaries I've set with myself. So no screen time until I'm ready to start working. Yeah. Because like waking up at 4 a.m, I was in a really, really bad habit of checking my phone straight away. Like, oh my God, like what's going on? It's like I can't actually change anything right now. Why am I doing that to my mindset? Like, am I just looking for an email I don't want to see or a bill or whatever that may be. So if you can, that's one tip.
You certainly don't want to be opening an ATO bill at 4 a.m. in the morning after a successful quarter, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think obviously the longer that you're in business, it's easier to put those boundaries in place. You're able to find that leadership person within your business that you can delegate to. And if this, problem happens, they're able to sort it out, or you give them the, encouragement to be able to make those sorts of decisions. But I think, the longer that you're in business, it's those will definitely come, and you just learn that the house isn't going to burn down if you take an extra hour to get back to somebody or whatever, even though that used to be my problem. I was on all the time, messaging people back at 9:30 at night and everything, and weekends and everything like that. But now I've got 2 kids under 2. It's almost impossible to be on 24/7. And I think it's healthy, to be able to have that time away from the business, because you do, I'm so passionate. I love what I do, and I know you love what you do, and you want to be there to support people, even the people that aren't happy. You still want to be able to support them, find out why, and almost problem solve that out. But there definitely gets a point in time where the mum life and the work life and the balance
have to draw a line.
You have to switch that mindset off, or else it just leads to burnout. So when I was so stimulated all the time, having that hour or setting those boundaries, your mindset becomes better, and you're then more productive.
Absolutely.
Rather than just running on that burnout, overstimulated, not relaxing, just walking around in anxiety. Switching off, setting those boundaries, you'll actually be more productive by doing that. Are you taking my tip, Amy?
Yeah, I'm thinking about everything that you're saying. I'm all of this is so good. I'm so excited that we did this. Because, obviously for me, I'm always thinking about, oh my God, who would our audience benefit from hearing from? Who's right now sitting on the fence thinking, I can't do this, I should do this. I'm not going to benefit from it. I'm not good enough. I don't have enough savings. I can't find any houses in my purchase price range. There's just so many people sitting on the fence right now. I hope this encourages people to take that first step you. And I think we're just going to quickly fire a couple of questions, because we're getting to that time frame where we're going to get cut. But
I can talk a lot, can't I?
Which is great.
That's good.
If you could sit down with the version of yourself from 15 years ago, what would you tell her?
No matter the hard times, everything will work out. No matter what it is, you'll become stronger, more resilient, and it always works out. Stop stressing in the moment, because stress doesn't achieve anything. So stress isn't changing anything. So just know that when you go through a hard time, getting out the other side of it, you're going to be stronger and more resilient. And it always works out. Money always comes back to you. It always works out.
That's so good.
I love
What's
that.
your fire question?
Oh,
There's a couple of juicy ones on the list.
I know.
I feel what can I maybe just ask? I'm going to jump in.
Go.
What financial habits have helped you succeed? You said that you've always had a dream, you've always had a passion, you've always been the go-getter. That just hasn't happened. You've been good at budgeting. What are the habits that you have found that are most important to financial success?
In business or in personal?
Both.
Yeah. So in personal, just, just working out your expenses, always knowing your numbers. You need to know your numbers, especially in business. You've got to know your expenses, etc. And then just putting a little bit of money aside each week.
Yeah.
I've lost myself, sorry.
Being consistent.
Yeah, be consistent with just transferring a certain amount. So even if you're going to purchase a property, find out how much it's going to cost you and see if you can start transferring that amount into a savings account, because that's going to get you into the momentum of then being able to pay for that.
And give you the confidence.
Yeah.
And in business?
In business, we've got a few different accounts. So we have our wage account, a profit account, and a GST account. So any payments that come through, one, we always transfer our GST because I feel like the GST
creeps up
is
on you.
what can fail businesses if you're actually spending that money instead of putting it aside.
Absolutely.
Well, they are 2 amazing tips. I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I think you're the most inspirational person.
Oh, you're amazing.
And like just to sit here, it makes me like, wow, I seriously envy you. Like I think you've just come from, so much, so many, like we haven't even touched on half of the challenges that you've had in your life. But I mean, just to bounce back and be looking so beautiful and, getting up so early. Like she's actually gotten up this morning at 4 o'clock as well. And like Sarah and I were texting each other last night about, trying to wash our hair. Like, and I think Sarah made it to the hairdressers by 8:30 and I was up washing mine at 7 and that was a challenge.
Yeah.
So you are like definitely stand out from the crowd type person, and we're so grateful that we're able to share your knowledge and experience and life journey with our audience. And we wish you all the very best, and ultimately, like if anyone is out there listening that wants to change their life, definitely reach out to us. We'll put the link on there for their gym and landscaping business as well. And we look forward to hearing where you're at in the next 2 years. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening.